Oh my God, guys. You know what? I told myself after the insane year that we've had, surely it was going to be at least a quiet Christmas period, right? Well, obviously that's not going to happen, is it? Over the past 10 days, the internet and the tech news have just gone insane over AI. It's mental. To be fair, that's even an understatement of century. From awards being stripped to companies and CEOs just trying to put out fires left, right, and center, it's been a complete mental mess. So I thought, hey, Aria, you need to start a conversation about this because honestly, this is getting out of hand. Now, let me say this first, guys. I have personally been negatively affected by the impact of AI in my, job and personal life and so on. And so I know a lot of people, whether it's friends and family. And we have also already talked about the impact of AI in terms of RAM prices and all that craziness that's been happening over the past few months as well. But I have always tried to look at it in terms of a more broader way, shall we say. But there is no love or hate here. However, I do think the whole situation is just getting out of hand. And not just with people, but with companies. To the point where we are creating this really, how should I put it, a toxic environment and an artificial bubble that just doesn't need to exist. Now, in case if you have missed the news, guys, in gaming, Call of Duty has massively, and I mean massively, underperformed. And it looks like many of the staff who were laid off were replaced by AI. And we have also had even Expedition 33. Guys, everybody loved that game, right? Being stripped of its indie awards because of AI use. Even, guys, Larian studio head, the CEO, ended up in a huge debate over potential AI use and some elements they already been doing. And it didn't even stop there. Even Mozilla, the creators of Firefox, had to announce an option to shut down AI features after a massive backlash. Now, here's the thing. I said in my other video that you can check out, guys, about RAM prices that I don't think this is just a bubble because technology has been stagnating for a while. Upgrades have been small, incremental, and AI, well, it is the next transition, whether we like it or not. And these sort of transformations and transitions in technology has happened again and again throughout history, from steam engines to electricity, so on and so forth. And there are a lot of people, guys, that I know that hate new technologies, and they still do, true to today. And there's nothing wrong with that. But here's the key difference, guys. With most of the past technologies, they helped people perform better, faster, and in a way, I guess the best way to say is become a better version of themselves. And that's important because AI can be that tool. But the problem is both people and companies don't seem to be looking at AI that way. And I'm not talking about everybody, guys. I know I'm overgeneralizing it, but in a lot of cases. Let's put it this way, guys. I even did like this video, completely different topic, on my streaming channel where a big debate kicked off, loads of conversations, and out of nowhere, guys, people started saying my answers were AI answers. Like, it was an insult. Somehow that's become an insult. First of all, I wasn't using AI to answer the questions. I literally openly said, guys, I use AI to just check beforehand the legal stuff and correct my grammar in terms of just checking the grammar, but you can do that in Word. It didn't matter. I've copied it in Google and copied it in Word. It is essentially one form of an AI in a way, which frankly everybody does with Google and Word anyways. But here's the funny thing, guys. AI doesn't work the way people think it is, or as it seemed to be in that conversation. It only responds to what you ask it. And even then, if you don't check it, it can get things very wrong. Very wrong a lot of times, guys. And honestly, that's what I think the head of Larian was trying to say in this whole debate. He literally had to explain, we're not replacing people, we're using it to kind of improve efficiency. I don't think he said it in exact those words, but in those kind of lines. And you know what? I think that's fine. Because let's put it this way, guys. Do I use AI? Yes, for certain tasks like research, information gathering, background content that I can then sort of edit and shape myself and give my own directions, like my own creative outputs in terms of like giving me a bit kind of a better tool. I use it like a tool. Exactly the same way you would use like a calculator, you know, whether it's to create images and that sort of thing, but then I edit them AdWords. But I don't just let it just create whatever it likes. I give it commands and I still kind of keep doing it. So it is something that's helping me. And I know with the likes of calculator, there is an argument. People say, oh, you know, that's replacing people. But there was Abacus before that. Technology that can help us, it can be a good thing. As a creative tool, it's fantastic, I think. And it shouldn't be downplayed because it can kind of plug the skill gaps that we might have and essentially allow us to do more. And again, I know I'm using that word a lot. Be a better version of ourselves. But here's the thing, guys. What is happening when it comes to businesses and companies is that they are creating a mess by ignoring the AI's limitation and using it to replace people instead of supporting them. Can AI generate a script or art on its own? Yes, but without an actual creative mind piloting the plane, the results are often just this awful trash from this awful Call of Duty that we've seen recently. I even saw this anime, guys, recently that was just, the parts where were clearly done by AI were just awful. You know, I even had systems, AI systems, I did another video that just performed terribly, not because the system was bad, but because it was done by AI. Again, from admin jobs, service jobs, they're getting replaced by these trashy systems that just don't work. Technology is essentially getting forced to replace people, and that's wrong. Not only is it unethical, it's even producing this sort of terrible performance. It's creating this unnecessarily artificial bubble that's, well, as I said, is causing a problem for everyone. So my honest take on this, guys, is AI can be an incredible tool, but to companies and organizations, for God's sake, guys, use it to help people, not to replace them. Let it make people better. Let them do more and stop forcing things into everything, guys. Because honestly, the trash results will speak for themselves. And for us, guys, for my family, for other people, try to be more open-minded. Use it for what it is. Embrace it, but use it as something that can help you rather than necessarily limit you or replace somebody else. That's it for another AZM Lab Tech Talk, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have, smash that like button, but do drop your comments down below, guys. This is an important topic, I think, that we need to really talk about because we are at a really big transition. And I would love to have that discussion to pick your thoughts. What are you thinking about the whole elements of AI, where it's going to go? How do you think it can help us? And for that, guys, and a lot more video, because I'm going to be probably talking more about AI and so much more, even continuing with how-to guides and free tools. Hit that notification, hit that subscribe button, and until next time, take care and peace.